The Jazz bounce back and got themselves a win. I don't know why I sung, but let's do real talk. Real talk. The Utah Jazz are a team that they were surprising last year. They had a rough start to this year that we thought they were going to go on a fire sale. They did trade a few players. They brought in a few players. And over the last few months, they kind of got themselves back into the picture, basically almost 500. I think they're like 3 or 4 games behind 500, 27-31. They got a 24 points per game score in Mr. Lauri Markkanen, 17 a night from Jordan Clarkson. John Collins has been actually pretty good for them, shooting like 53% from the field, 34% from three, ground like 14.5 points a game, and 8.5 rebounds. And then you have Sexton, who's also another 18 point per game scorer, and Keontae George is coming along. And you brought in now you have, I believe, not Ochai, you traded away Ochai, but you have a bunch of guys that you like in terms of Walker Kessler, Taylor Horton-Tucker. I mean, Chris Dunn is one of the best stories in the NBA, and this is a team that, if you truly believe that they have what it takes, which is seemingly like they do, I mean, I believe that they're figuring it out. I just don't know where they are. I do believe that if they continue to tool and put things together, they could be a team that ends up maybe this offseason going in the running for a big fish and being able to put themselves back into the playoff race. I think that's the thing that they should do. Probably not, but I do like Keontae George. I like Lowry. I think they do have a core, and Lowry and Walker Kessler is the front court. Keontae George is honestly, and I know Walker Kessler's been coming off the bench, I think the John Collins, Lowry, Walker Kessler, even though I guess their most played lineup this season has been John Collins, Lowry, and Simone Fontecchio. Obviously, that's gone. So they're with players that are still on the team. Okay, the most common lineup they've been playing this season, which has been absolutely dreadful, is Walker Kessler at center, John Collins at power forward, Lauri Markkanen at small forward, Jordan Clarkson at shooting guard, and Taylor Horton-Tucker, 174 possessions. It's been one of the worst lineups in the league. So has again, including players that they still have. It's so difficult to find because they played so many different looks with so many different guys. And over here, I guess right here, John Collins at center, Lauri Markkanen at power forward, Jordan Clarkson at shooting guard, Colin Sexton at shooting guard, Clarkson at small forward, Keontae George at point guard. That's plus 6.3. And defensively, it is not great at all. One of their best defensive lineups is with players still on the roster. This is again where it becomes difficult to see which ones they still have. Is that dreadful Kessler, Collins, Markkanen, Clarkson, Taylor Horton-Tucker. So that's something that they have struggled, is they don't really have any good defensive lineups, and the good defensive lineups that they did have, those players, Olynyk, Simone Fontecchio, and Ochai Agbaji were in those lineups. So let me tell you though, the lineups that they are good defensively, John Collins seems to be on the floor in 2 of them. So is Lowry. Walker's only in 1 of them. So it seems like they're John Collins at center, Lauri Markkanen at power forward is the best way to go for them defensively right now. While with the forwards that they currently have, their best defensive forward, it's pretty crazy. I guess there's just no big sample size right here. They don't have a defensive forward, and that's kind of their problem. So I wonder what they're going to do there. But do you think I just don't know if they have enough defense to make a playoff push. All right, I know they're 26 in defense and they're middle pack offense. They bleed points.